So, let's get straight to the point. Should you watch Overlord? If you want the fast answer, yes, you should definitely try it. I personally rate it a 10 out of 10, being the main reason why I'm starting on it. Besides, if you ask most anime watchers if they've seen it and enjoyed it, I'm sure they'd say yes. So, let's get into the details. There aren't many shows like it, and I'm saying this in a positive sense. While there's a lot of shows that develop around the same dynamic and same themes, Overlord manages to keep it refreshing. The main reason why I think this is due to the attention to detail when developing characters specifically. While some shows have a cast of characters that react to the things that the main characters do, it's fair to say they can go both ways. Within the cast of characters, you get to explore their different personalities and their development of said personalities. But, for real, there are a lot of characters besides the main cast that get developed, and this allows you to be more invested in the world. At this point, I'll give you an oversimplified rundown of the plot, within the first episode anyway. The main character is part of the largest guild in the MMO he plays. The main thing about this guild is that the characters have to be an undead slash monster type of character to join the guild. After many years, everyone has quit playing the game, and as servers are about to close, the main character becomes stuck in the game as his character. And I do mean this in quite a literal sense. However, one of the bigger changes here is that he's not in the same world that he used to be in. Whilst the guild that he created with his fellow guildmates is still there, everything else in the world is different. And through this, you learn about the world with the characters. This allows you to develop your understanding with the characters, making it hard to misunderstand plot points or development. This also allows you to connect with the characters more while giving them more development. Now, I think the character design. I'm going to go kind of briefly over it, but the character design, while they might not be the most unique within the show, they have a lot of elements which allow for a simple yet complex design. You're not overwhelmed with the different elements within the design, but there are aspects that change with the different clothing, especially with the main character, which I think is a very good change compared to other shows that I've seen. I mean, this could be me nitpicking, but it's nice to see a show where there's different elements of clothing and design. I'm very much used to shows kind of reusing the same clothing and design for every character, but this is not something that happens in Overlord. It's very much different. The main character has multiple different outfit changes throughout the show, and so do the people around him. The cast very much changes depending on the situation. And this is something I really do enjoy about shows. Having like a visual representation of progress is nice. Obviously, this might not be the way that this show uses it to show progress, but I still think that being shown at like an actual change makes you more interested in the longevity of the show. It makes it more visually appealing. After talking about the character design, I think the best option would be to talk about the animation. The animation of Overlord is good throughout all the different seasons, making it one of the more consistent shows that I've ever seen. While I'd say the animation is not within the top 5 shows I've seen, it's close to the top 10, at least. And this is after watching 578 shows myself. The best part about it is the consistency, which allows you to enjoy the whole show. It strikes the perfect balance, allowing you to enjoy the whole show over the one part of it. It's not the animation or the story that you watch it for. You watch it because of all the different elements that are very good. While I haven't seen the 4th season because it hasn't come out yet, it seems to be pretty good with the animation. The teasers seem to be pretty good as well. It all seems pretty good so far. Let's do a little bit quick of a rundown of the plot. With the way the plot is designed, I feel that you might have areas of the story that you don't like as much. due to the focus being spread into a multitude of characters. However, the story will always revolve around the main cast, which all have well-developed individualities. So, even if you find points that aren't as interesting, the story comes back into areas where it's strong. There are a lot of other shows that are like Overlord when it comes to portions of the themes and setups used within the plot. However, the storytelling is very different. For example, That One Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime has some of those aspects and is a very good show. However, it is also very different. And I also feel like those are kind of the main focal points and reasons why I'm so in love with this show. It has those aspects that I really do love about the isekai genre, about the shonen genre, that really shine through with the way that the design and the pacing of the whole show is really done. And it really makes it more enjoyable for me than most other shows. Whilst you have shows like That One Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, it feels very well paced, very well designed, very well animated. However, I feel like the themes aren't quite the same, just with how more cartoony it is, whilst Overlord is able to push the envelope to a more teen slash adult kind of experience. It makes it so you feel like the plot and everything else is really thought over carefully with the way the characters are designed and the plot is revolving around them, rather than having it so it's like one is taking control over the other. It's very much in sync, and it also allows the show to just be way more enjoyable with the way it's structured and designed around a more adult-centered experience. Let's talk about the rating overall. I personally would give the story a 9.5 out of 10, the characters a 9 out of 10, the action a 9 out of 10, the music a 9 out of 10, and overall I would estimate it to be a 9 out of 10. Earlier I did say it was a 10 out of 10, however obviously there are things that can be improved on. And honestly, it's just a really good show. You should definitely watch it, and there's not really any reasons why you shouldn't. It's definitely a really great experience, especially for people that are new to the genre of isekai. You might be kind of, I guess, disappointed with other shows after this one, though. So that's a risk that I guess you should be willing to take, though. And with this, I'll be ending the review of Overlord. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and even hit the dislike button. It's always feedback, and we kind of need more of it, to be honest, as we're a brand new channel. Make sure to put any comments into, help us out. We kind of do want feedback to, what we could do to improve. It would be very appreciated. And yeah, hope to see you in the next episode, where Coffee will be the one telling you about the show of his choice. And that show will be the one and only Afro Samurai.